Just because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice and y'all are, don't make me the villain.
Her BBL smelled like dumpster juice? Does the BBL really stink? I have made 2 videos about the BBL smell, and in these videos, people hypothesize about why a BBL might smell afterwards. BBL stands for Brazilian butt lift, and this is an operation where you liposuction fat from one part of the body and inject it into the butt. And there is a belief that a lot of people are spreading on social media that if you get this operation, your bottom will smell really bad afterwards. Well, this is the story of one influencer where that actually happened to her.
I was telling y'all how my sit down air was stinking real bad, and it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume, because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger.
So she underwent a BBL surgery and noticed afterwards that her sit-down air smelled really bad. There are a lot of reasons why this could happen, and so let's get a little more into her story and figure out why it happened to her.
When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. First I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry. It would still smell like that rot-eaten flesh.
Well, there's definitely something wrong if you do your laundry and afterwards it smells like rotten flesh. Now, I'm a plastic surgeon. I've been in the medical field for over 25 years, and I'll tell you the thing that smells the absolute worst in the entire world is rotting infected flesh. Infected/rotting. That is the worst smell of all. That smells worse than somebody's behind who hasn't been wiping. It smells worse than the worst kind of pungent odors from food, or maybe somebody's stinky feet. The worst thing is rotten flesh. So there's something gone really wrong here if her laundry smells like that after it's cleaned.
I wasn't expecting my video to blow up like it did, but I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things. I didn't know people was going to get mad like this. I just thought I was sharing experience, but I'm done. This BBL tribe don't play.
So she posted her story about her BBL smell on social media, and in the comments, she just got absolutely skewered. People reported her video as misinformation. They tried to get it taken down. They had the sound taken down, and a lot of people were getting upset because they were blaming her BBL smell on her. Now, I'm not sure if this is because people with BBLs were feeling like they were being threatened by her story, but it really did come around and really hit her very hard.
So first, let me say, my boyfriend at the time did not want me to get the procedure done, but I insisted. So me and my sister got the procedure done at the same time. So at first, mine's was healing up good. It was healing normal. So was my sister's. And I would ask her, is you healing well? She would tell me, yeah. I was healing well maybe the first 6 to 7 weeks, but after that, it kept on leaking and kept on draining. I was asking my sister how hers was doing. She said she was not leaking or draining. Mine's would close up, but then like a day or two later, it would start leaking again. So that's why I had it for a year with the leakage, because there would be points that it would close up, or I would think it was closed up fully, but it wasn't. So one day me and my boyfriend was about to do something, and he just was like, I cannot take the smell anymore, and he broke up with me and he left.
Well, that's really sad because she obviously had a medical condition going on and he dumped her for it. So what happens after you do a fat transfer, or BBL? Well, essentially you're taking fat, putting it into the buttocks, and this is done through very small incisions. Now, it's very common to get some drainage from those incisions, maybe for a couple of days, but then usually after that, those incisions will heal up and that drainage will stop. The fact that she had drainage going on for months afterwards, and it would stop draining for a while, then restart draining, tells me that most likely she had a medical complication from that operation. Now, when we do this operation, we rely on new blood supply to actually get to the fat that is injected, and if it develops that blood supply, that fat will stay, sometimes for 10 years or longer. But there's a percentage of that fat, at least 50% usually, where that fat will liquefy and it will basically get reabsorbed by the body. And in some cases, it can even necrose, or basically those fat cells can die. If that happens, they can liquefy, or they can actually get hard and calcified into a lump. So it sounds like to me she was having a complication causing this drainage where some of that fat is liquefying, it's draining, and it may even be associated with a chronic infection.
When you go through it, get through it, and heal through it, you are able to talk about it. And those that got the skeletons trapped in their closet will envy you. Y'all made up every excuse to why my BBL was stinking. I wasn't washing up. I didn't have money to pay for massages. Instead of just saying, oh, her body rejected it like I told y'all in the first fucking place. And to that little weak ass surgeon from Miami that was talking shit, boy, please, Google is free. It ain't no one person. Or you fucking crazy?
So I was curious who this Miami surgeon was, and I thought, is it Dr. Miami? I'm friends with Dr. Miami. So I went on his profile and I saw nothing about this woman's story. But what she did share fairly soon afterwards, that it looks like it was this doctor.
No, a BBL does not cause odors. Okay, I've done maybe definitely thousands and thousands and thousands of BBLs, and no one's ever in my career complained about this. So if this one person had a BBL and she's having these, mysterious odors, it's likely due to hygiene or something related to her body, not related to a fat transfer. Fat transfer is just taking fat from one area of the body, putting it into the fatty area of your buttocks in a closed space. So if you're having, odors years later, check your hygiene. That's likely the problem.
Ooh, them's fighting words. It looks like Dr. Jung Money's video pissed her off, and I think in some ways with good reason, because she apparently really had a complication from her BBL. Now, I think it's also important to realize that BBL surgery is very serious surgery. Not that long ago, there was a study that found that the death rate from this operation was greater than 1 in 4,000, meaning more than 1 in every 4,000 people having this operation was actually dying from it. Now, I do believe those statistics have gotten better as there has been a lot better education about how to do this operation safely, but if you undergo a BBL by a surgeon who's not a true expert at that operation, your risk of dying is much higher than if that doctor truly uses the absolute right technique to perform this operation. So I wouldn't take Dr. Jung Money's video as proof that it's safe for everybody just because he's done several thousands of them. It's obviously true that if you have bad hygiene, that your butt can smell no matter if you've got a BBL or not, but I don't think it's necessarily fair to say that in her situation, that's the only reason why this may have happened.
BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And if it's not healing properly and your body is rejecting it, the hole will remain open and the drainage will continue to come out and stink up your linen, stink up your underwear, stink up everything, okay? Now, my BBL been removed for the past 4 years. Only had it in for about a year until it was stinking so bad I couldn't take it no more. I don't know if y'all wanted me to get on here and say BBL smell good, but they fucking stink. Stay away from them.
So I think there are a lot of reasons why a BBL could smell. Yes, if you have bad hygiene. Yes, if you are wearing a dirty faja. But also yes, if you develop an infection and or fat necrosis that starts draining through your incisions, that, yes, could potentially create a smell that is very foul because it's rotten tissue. Well, there is a whole lot more to the BBL smell debate that you have to learn about. And I cover them in these two videos right up here. You gotta take a peek because some of the hypotheses and the stories about the BBL smell will make you actually turn your head around 360 degrees. And remember, as always, to eat real food, use clean skincare, and auto-rejuvenate before you operate.